This video is related to chapter 6, Life Processes, the one and only chapter for term 1 science examination as per the latest pattern of CBSE. In this, we are going to discuss the assertion and the reasoning based statements from chapter Life Processes. In class 9 also this concept has been introduced by CBSE, and we had given you the guidance about what is an assertion statement. It is a direct statement. It can be a true or it can be a false statement. And reason is something which is also a statement which can either speak about the assertion. It can speak with respect to assertion statement, or it can be a contradictory statement. Contradictory means opposite statement to assertion statement. It could be a false statement also. So every assertion and reasoning based question will have 4 options: A, B, C and D. How to arrive at A, B, C, D? As a student, first we need to read the statement called assertion. For example, if you take, in the daytime, carbon dioxide which is generated during the process of respiration. Everyone knows that in respiration CO2 is released. But in case of plants, the respiratory byproduct, waste product, carbon dioxide, it is not released outside, but it is used by the plant internally itself, because plant utilizes CO2 as raw material for photosynthesis. So check whether the statement is step 1 true or false. Is the statement true or false? Now here the statement is true. Next, read the statement reason. Is it again true or false? There is no CO2 released during the daytime. Yes, it's true. It's an individual statement and it is telling that it is true. Now, to arrive at the option, whether it is A or B or C or D, check the statement of reason. Is it speaking in terms of assertion statement? In terms of assertion statement means what, Nana? In terms of enhancing or speaking about the assertion. Is it explaining about assertion? Is it really saying that yes, the assertion statement is really the true and I am the true reason for that? Check it out like that. If you see here, reason. There is no CO2 release. Yes, of course there is no CO2 release, because whatever is being produced, it is automatically used in photosynthesis, and the same thing they have said in assertion. It's a very simple trick, children. Concentrate. Step 1. Check assertion is true or false. Step 2. Reason. Is it true or false? Done. Once you finish up with this process, just take your pencil in your hands, use and write down. Is it true? True. Is it true? True. Now both the statements are true. Check the options now. Both A and R are true. Done. Reason is correct explanation of assertion. What the reason is doing? It is explaining about assertion. The statement is on behalf of assertion. So reason is the correct explanation of A. Then you go for picking up option A. If both are true, but reason is some other statement, it is not speaking on behalf of assertion, you will see in the next part of the video, then it is option B. Assertion is true. Sometimes assertion will be true and the reason will be a false statement. Then go with option C. Option D. A is false but R is true. Means assertion is wrong but reason is true. See, when you read the statement assertion and when you come to know that it is a false statement, don't even waste a minute in reading the reason statement, because when you are sure, confident enough that assertion is wrong, straight away go to option D. And one tip I want to give you all children here, the directions which are given in the question paper need to be read carefully. All the time option A, B, C and D will not be the same. So always in the question paper, when such assertion and reasoning corner questions are there, the teachers will be giving you the directions or the board will give you the directions. Read the directions, underline what is A, what is B, what is C, what is D, what is E also. Sometimes E can also be there. So read the directions. Don't just mentally map yourself that yes, ma'am said A when both are true and A is explaining about R. So go blindly with A. No. Sometimes these options will be changed by some teachers. In some subjects, they can keep on changing. So please do concentrate on the directions. Read, underline with pencil in your question paper clearly. If you are not having clarity, read it twice and thrice. Then do the questions. Let's go into the questions now. The first one, as I have explained, assertion and reason, both of them are true and it is a correct explanation. Now let me go to the second question. Raw materials required for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide, water and minerals. That's true. Automatically when you are reading the statement, you are able to understand that it is a true statement. Done. Nutrients provide energy to an organism. What are nutrients? Nutrients are nothing but seen or they are found in the food which we consume. So automatically the food, when it is broken down in the process of cellular respiration, we are able to get energy, right? So this statement is also true. But now concentrate. Both the statements are true. Now what you need to do? Check. Is the reason explaining about assertion? In assertion, you are speaking something about photosynthesis. In reason, you are speaking about all kinds of organisms. It is not just plants or some photosynthetic bacteria like hydrogen bacteria, sulfur bacteria where photosynthesis is going on, but it is speaking about the nutrients provide energy to all the organisms. So literally go for B because both of them are the true statements, but reason is not explaining anything about the photosynthesis process. It is not speaking anything about the raw materials. It is not speaking anything about the carbon dioxide. Come to third question. Lungs always contain residual volume of air. Yes, true. It is given in a CBSE textbook. It provides a sufficient time for oxygen to be absorbed and for carbon dioxide to be released. And beautifully the statement is given, which is also the true statement. In your textbook, you have this in the page where you have the diagram with human respiratory system diagram, the last columns above the hemoglobin concept. Residual volume of air. And the purpose of residual volume, see beautifully the reason is explaining about what is the purpose of residual volume. The key word which is there in the assertion, it is beautifully explained that it provides the sufficient time. Both of them are true and reason is explaining exactly about assertion. So the answer goes with A. Transpiration is a necessary evil. Of course, true. It causes the water loss but helps in absorption and upward movement of water. This we have studied in which concept? We studied about transportation plants and I told you about the transpirational pull. In some of the plants, the loss of the water is creating the scarcity, and then the water will be pulled up through the xylem tissue against the gravitational force, and the movement is by the process of diffusion. So, answer goes with A. Translocation of sugars occurs through phloem. Yes, it is true. It is achieved by diffusion of sugars through the phloem. Is it just the simple diffusion of sugars through the phloem? No, it is not just by simple diffusion. If you remember, I taught you in the class that through the phloem, when the food is moving in different directions, you need to spend some energy which is called as ATP. It is not just by simple diffusion of sugars, but it is through spending some energy, that is ATP. So, reason is false. Assertion is true. So, obviously, the answer will be option C. Next, when we move on to digestion, breaks large complex molecules to simpler, smaller substances which can be easily absorbed. What is the answer here? Digestion breaks the large complex molecules. That's true. Digestion is necessary for the absorption of molecules. See, big. If I teach you the total chapter because I'm having energy in just half an hour, can you understand it? No. If mama gives you a whole full plate of meals, can you understand it? No. Sorry, can you eat it all at once because mama has given you the full plate of food? No. Your body can take or only the quantity of food which you can eat. Your mother has prepared lot of tea, but the cup will take only 15 to 25 ml of 50 to 60 ml of tea. But mother is filling up with 150 ml of tea. Will it fill? It will be overflown, right? In the same manner, the body is designed to absorb the nutrients which are present in your glucose, amino acids, lipids in an easily absorbable manner. The big molecules like carbohydrates, proteins, they cannot be absorbed. The complex molecules cannot be absorbed. The big molecules cannot be absorbed. So the big molecules need to be broken down into small pieces so that they can easily enter into the cells through the cell membranes. And once they enter into the cells, they can be utilized in the synthesis of energy and the life process can continue. Come to the seventh question. Energy is used during the process of respiration. Once think on this process. Energy is used, they are saying. What is the process of respiration? Breaking the glucose molecule C6H12O6. You need to break the bonds which are existing between carbons, hydrogen, and the oxygens. And when you are breaking the bonds, lot of energy is actually released. So, assertion is used, energy is used during the process of respiration. Statement itself is a false statement. There's no need to read even the reason and make your time waste.